Why did you get to PI? How did it happen? Rob, tell us about, how you ended up where you are right now. And I'm going a lot deeper than this, but a broad synopsis.
So I come from a family of my parents were blue collar. Neither went to college. In theory, you say I want to be a lawyer. It sounds great. You're going to make a lot of money, but there's a lot of work to get there. So I always said I wanted to be a lawyer, but I wasn't really the best of students, I guess, to say the least. And I don't know. My mom got sick. I don't know. She got cancer. I think that was maybe a turning point. And I just said, I got to just be the best version of me. So I don't know if I got hit in the head, but I decided, look, I want to go to law school. The problem was I didn't have a grade. So I had to do a program at Nova called Aample, which was you had to be in the top, I think like 90% to get into the school. And somehow from the grace of God, I got in. And then once I got in, I said, look, if I'm paying for this, which I funded my own education, I said, I'm turning this into something. So I met my partner in law school, and we took jobs for a little time after law school, and then boom, the rest is history. And we've been grinding, helping people ever since. So that's the story of me. I'm like every day, like played sports, just wasn't a good student, and I decided to get serious. So that's my story.
So you're born in Jersey. How long? When did you move down here? What was your road down here?
I came when I was a senior in college at Towson University. The summer program for Aample had started, so I was doing my senior year classes while I was doing Aample. Once I got the acceptance from Aample, I came down here in 06, and I've been in South Florida ever since. Excuse me, 03. Sorry, I came down here in 03. I graduated law school in 06 and never left.
And for people who don't know, the Aample program I know exists in a number of law schools around the country, but it's really designed to fail, from what I've been told. Because I was
Nova got rid of it.
They did.
Yeah.
They really.
And
I didn't know that.
Yep. And a lot of people like me, Eric Rosen, who we all know, and we're all Aample people. And for me, it prepared me. I thought I was way more prepared for law school than the people who were much smarter than me and tested better than me. We knew how to write legal writing. You learned it. So it was an amazing thing. We were all disappointed when they got rid of it, because I think if I didn't have that opportunity, I wouldn't be a lawyer. I mean, I didn't get accepted anywhere else. So it was that or nothing.
Yeah, because I actually, full disclosure, I did take the LSAT. I did get accepted to the Aample program. I had a week to decide. And at the time, I didn't have $6,000 to pay for it, because they don't do financial aid for it. So I continued in grad school, but I was told by many people, like, this is only a few people will pass, because you get 2 classes, it's hardcore, and you will be more prepared than the people that are coming in the fall. So what was that experience like in the Aample program?
So
that's a grind.
So for me to pay for that, because my parents didn't have that kind of money. We were sort of, I was student loans in college, student loans in law school. So I said to myself, if I'm paying for this, I'm not failing. I mean, I literally put all my eggs in that basket. And I remember when I got into Aample, and when Nova accepted me, I remember sitting at orientation, and I will always remember to this day that the dean got up in front of the whole place and he said, look to your left, look to your right. One of you won't be here in 3 years. And it actually turned out to be pretty true. They were like dropping like flies the first year. And I was like, look, Nova's historically, the kids that go there come from money. I hate to say it. There are some kids like in my situation that didn't come from money. But when you're funding your education, man, there's something that puts a fire under your ass. Excuse my language. But I was like, I'm not failing, not failing. And it wasn't, that's how I operate. The failure is not an option.
So yeah, when you look at, a lot of people going to college, their parents are paying for college, and then you screw around, and now you got to come out of your own pocket. And it's like, oh, okay, this is my money now. And a lot of young people, heck, I can say I'm a victim of it myself and my screw ups in my undergraduate career. And then when I realized I made too many mistakes, it was like, okay, I'm paying for this out of my own pocket. I can't screw this up, and we take advantage. I took advantage of the gifts that I had or took them for granted per se, and then had to learn the hard way. But
as you get older and you now have kids of your own, I have 3
yeah,
kids. I look back and I'm like, my God, man, I'm so grateful that I had good parents that just, they didn't have a lot money wise, but somehow they provided. I had clothes on my back, I had food, and I had them pushing me to be the best version of me, and I'm trying to do the same for my kids. It's I'm blessed that I had amazing parents, and I have friends that unfortunately didn't have that, and I think that to be a good human, it sort of starts at home, and my
yeah,
parents instilled, things in me that it pushed me,